Hello everyone, welcome to another mind tap exercise. We are into, I would say, lesson 6, um, check your graded items. This is Array Basics in C++, and the file name is batting average. That's CPP. So the lab itself is partially pre-written that uses an array. We've talked about what arrays are, how important they are, so this is an application for array basics. So what are arrays again? Notice that I have a few declaration here. I have max averages. I use a constant, and I have 8. I'm going to use that as size of my array. Okay, I've actually completed the program already because you need to kind of type quite a lot in here. So I'm just going to run through what happened. The program should find the minimum and the maximum batting average stored in an array, as well as the average. So you're going to have, um, or your program should have an input, or it should accept 8 batting averages. Right? It should compute for that. The data file provided for this input contains a couple of declarations already. Right? Um, what else? I have my array. It's called averages. The size of my array would be 8 because I use that one here at the top as a constant. Okay. I also have an index in here, or should I say, this is going to be this variable is going to track, okay, my loop. You can call it index 1 if you want, but just to make it easy, I just named it as loop index. The other variable to store for the average would be batting average. And notice that I have this one as double. Okay, min max would be for the variables for the minimum and the maximum values, the total, and the average. All of those are declared to be double. So if you can remember before, um, when you're using it on an actual program, C++, for the most part, anything with decimal point, you're using float or double for that. Okay? Anything whole number is integer. So here goes. Um, here it goes for our for loop. Excuse the background. Some students are just kind of hanging out outside my office, so if you hear some loud noises, I apologize. So this is my for loop. I have a separate video regarding a for loop. I have my initialized value. I have my condition in here. So as long as the loop index is less than the average, it goes inside. Okay. As long as this is true, it allows you to enter, the batting average. Um, After this one is actually assigning the values once you enter, you can notice here I'm assigning value to my array based on the number of my loop index. I'm storing that to those, index on the position of my index. And it loops here because of the change of my increment value, it goes up. So once you see that plus in there, I'm actually adding 1 to my index. Okay. Now this part here assigns the first element in the array to be the minimum and the maximum, okay, because I need to show the minimum and the maximum. This side computes for the total with the value of the first element of my array, and I'm storing that to total. This second loop that I have here is going to access the value starting with averages 1 or sub 1. So I also have an if statement inside to test for the minimum and maximum batting averages. If it's less than, if the average is actually, let's say average loop index less than minimum, whatever is the value in here, it's going to display minimum. Otherwise, it's going to display your maximum. This part here for line 47 is your running total. If you notice this side in here, total plus equals, that means total equals total plus averages sub-loop index. Okay, so that's what it means. So when you notice that, you would see this plus equals in here. That's just kind of the shortcut. It's like an abbreviation with, the longer syntax into C++. Now line 51, it's going to compute for the 8 batting averages. Okay. This last few here is going to print the values that's stored on your array, and the last few lines will just somehow, how'd you call this? It's going to just mirror or give you a summary for the maximum and the minimum and even the average of the batting average that you have. So I'm going to run my program. This is like quite a lot of things to type, so just keep your timing, track your time, take it slow, should I say, instead of having so many errors at the end. Okay, I'm going to run my program, enter the first batting average, let's say 14. I'm going to have random 12, I have 14, I have 16, 20, I have 14 again, I have 17, I have 18, bam. So this part in here, it accepts 2, 4, 6, 8. It's going to assign those numbers to the position of my index on my array, and it's going to display the average on this side. I'm going to run checks, and it gives me 100%. Okay, now take a look at the parts in here. Okay. Sometimes there are cases that MindTap is quite sensitive onto certain programs. So what I'm gonna do is to really encode. Sometimes it doesn't work with certain numbers or whatnot, but I'm going to enter 299, 2.99. My bad, that's actually 0.299, 0.157, 0.242, 0.23, 0.98, 0.270, 0.90. And I have the actual number in here. So click submit, click confirm, and it goes directly to the gradebook. That's all for today.